What up, what up? This Ace OG, back with another topic, back with another video. So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribe to the channel. I endeavor to keep pushing you video out, you leverage, you better yourselves. So it's Saturday, came out here, did a long workout, a little bit over 4 miles. Feels pretty good. I actually stopped a little bit earlier than what I normally stop. This trail goes another, I think, quarter mile, and then it goes up a little hill. And then that's when I normally stop. So I normally stop at like, I think 4.2 miles, but I stopped exactly at 4. My knee was hurting a little bit, so I'm like, I don't want to push it. I mean, 4 miles is 4 miles. You know what I'm saying? Like, your average person these days, my age, is not even trying to walk 1 mile. And, that's one of the reasons why I always come up here. I try to come up here all the time with my vest on, just finished working out, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes it kind of convoluted because I be sweating, so I be having to do this almost the whole video, but, I'm trying to motivate, you know what I'm saying? So take heed to what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Emulate what I'm doing. Because when we get in our 40s, we really need to watch our health. We really do. Because we're not getting any younger. And there's a lot of things that can happen to us during this age that we're in our 40s. Once you hit 40, like, stuff starts to really become convoluted with your body. I'm just telling you. It started with me in my late 30s, but that's because they say, like, if you're in the military and you've done like 20 years or more, you have to age your body like almost 10 years. So even though I'm 46, they say that my body is like a 56-year-old, you know what I'm saying? But I don't feel it, I'm pretty healthy. God bless I am, because I definitely want to stay healthy for myself and for my family. And, like I said, this is the reason why I come out here and do this. And you see that? See, they're getting it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it, y'all. I think there's some college boys right there. But anyway, let's get into it. So the title of this video is Project Women Don't Want to Be Saved. So I know some black women on this video might think I'm targeting black women. Not saying it at all. You know what I'm saying? Project women can be any ethnic group, right? Could be white, Hispanic, whatever. You know what I'm saying? What I will say is that, in my personal experience being in the projects, raised in the projects, it was like probably less than 1% of any other ethnic group other than black, but really, quite honestly, if you knew the history of Norfolk, you would understand the reason why that is, right? And maybe I get into that in a separate video. But suffice it to say that my personal experience has always been 99.99% black in the projects, but I'm not ignorant to the fact that there can be other ethnic groups in the project women, right? So I'm just saying this in general. So the reason why I say that project women don't want to be saved is because a lot of these women get caught in this vicious cycle of feeling like they're not worth the effort to be wiped up. They're not worth the effort for anybody to come and save them, right? And it caused them to not be motivated to do things for themselves. A lot of them are forced to do things for themselves because they become single mothers early on in life. And I'm not saying that to say that all project women do this. I'm just saying, like, personal experience, my anecdotal experience, right? And actually seeing like other projects around me and just, traveling the world and actually going to different states or whatever. Like, this is a common thing. You have a lot of teenage women that get pregnant early because they don't have a father in the house. And I've talked about that in the previous video, the reason why that's the case for like men not being in the house. But this is not the video for that. But, all in all, to wrap it up, basically the projects is a trap. It really is. Like some folks say that, getting caught up in drugs and being a drug addict is a trap. You're constantly trying to find that fix, to get that first high, and you can never find it. In the projects, when it comes to women, they're stuck in this cycle to where they don't feel like they can get out, right? It's literally like a cage for them. I've seen plenty of times as I've been an adult where I have some female friends that I grew up with in the projects, and some of them made it out, some of them didn't. The ones that didn't, they'll have kids at an early age, and then if they have a daughter, as soon as the daughter becomes pregnant, hopefully she doesn't, but like I said, it's a common thing I've seen, and then they get on social media and they're bragging about them getting their unit. They're bragging about, I finally got my place in the projects, you know what I'm saying? So it's like almost generational families in the projects. And it's absolutely crazy. This is one of the reasons why I'm not a Democrat anymore. Because believe it or not, Democrats are all for that. I promise you they are. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know, you know, everybody, you know, folks that are, human beings as a whole, they have their own personal opinions on things. So I'm pretty sure you do have some Democrats that actually don't believe in that. But I mean, but the policies the Democrats pass and what they endorse facilitates this, right? They don't want you guys to leave the projects, y'all. They really don't. They don't want you to be entrepreneurs. They don't want you to create your own business. They don't want you to build generational wealth. They don't want you to do that. They want you to keep taking handouts for them to stay in office. Because every single time some bad happens, what they do, they try to give a handout to somebody. You know what I'm saying? To you know, pacify the black community, pacify the impoverished community, right? To keep voting for them. And you know, this is not a video about politics, you know, so I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But you know, this video is to say, like, you know, if you're a guy and you know you're not from the projects, right? But you meet a project woman, a woman that's from the projects, a woman that has lived in poverty, right? You have to really understand and really take with a grain of salt that, like, you know, if you don't come from that and you have a little something going for yourself and you meet this woman and you think she's attractive and you want to date her, you have to understand that her mental state, her mentality, and her outlook on life is not going to be the same as yours. It really isn't. You know, you have a lot of project women that do not want to lead the projects. They do not want to. They do not want to have better for themselves or for their families. You know what I'm saying? Because they're scared, they're fearful. They don't want to jump out there. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's plenty of women that I've seen on social media. You know, even folks that I know that they, you know, if they have a job, they refuse to try to get a raise because they feel like, you know, their government assistance is going to get cut off. Like if they get food stamps, they're going to make a certain amount of money, right? And if they make more money, that gets cut off. And I'm sitting here like, you know, you guys are really dependent on the government to take care of y'all. What if the government shut down? What if the government just fell apart? You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys would not be good. You guys would be no good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's a slave mentality. It really is. And you know, like I said, the title of the video, you know, project women don't want to be saved. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying this as a whole. I'm just saying, like, it's a general statement. Because I promise you, you know what I'm saying, if you dated 10 project women, I can almost guarantee you from a statistical standpoint, at least two may have a mentality to where, like, they really want to have the better things in life. They don't want to be in the projects. They want to try to, you know, to get out. They're trying their best to get out. Whether they're going to school, whether they try to have a good job. They refuse to have kids early on in life, or they do have kids already, and they're trying their best not to make their mistakes be the mistakes of their children, and they just try to do better for themselves. But the other 8, they're not gonna be feeling that, you know what I'm saying, because they cannot get past the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have goggles on. They cannot get past what they visually see. They're seeing they're in poverty. You know what I'm saying? That's something that's tangible. That's something that they can touch. And you coming in, you know, not being impoverished, having something for yourself. You know, got your own house or your own apartment. You got your own car. You got a good paying job. You smell nice. You look nice. You dress nice. All these other things. And these project women, you know what I'm saying? Like, they of course they'll want to date you, right? Because of these things I just said. But are they going to be on the same wavelength and the same mentality as you? Probably not, right? And it's a sad situation because, you know, you may meet a project woman that is very beautiful, very attractive. I know for myself, you know what I'm saying, like, I ain't gonna lie, you know, most of the women that I met in the projects when I was growing up, they were yeah, they were fire. I ain't even gonna front, but the mentality was crazy. It really was. And for myself, you know, I was raised in the projects since I was 20 before I joined the service. But, you know, even when I was in the projects, I never had the mentality. I wanted to have better for myself. So when the opportunity rose for me to lead, I bounced. I was gone, right? And, you know, like I said, a lot of women that's in the projects, they don't feel like they can actually have better for themselves. They really don't. And like I said, I have female friends from me growing up that are still there. And I feel sorry for them. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they're doing extremely bad. I mean, like, they're making it, you know, but they could have done so much better. You know what I'm saying? They're intelligent. They're not stupid. They're not ignorant. But like I said, their situation that they were raised in, they really can't see past that. And if, like I said, if you date a woman like this, I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to motivate them enough to get out of that situation. So it could be a frustrating situation with that, because you're attracted to the woman, you want to be with her, you want to date her. But eventually, if she still keeps the mentality, you're gonna get tired of it, because it's like, I'm doing better. You need to come along with me so you can do better. And and I say this to Project Women because don't be scared to jump out there and actually believe you can have better for yourself, because you can. Like it's too easy. You know what I'm saying? Like there's opportunities out there. I understand there's inflation going on in 2024, which is the year of this video. Right? I understand that the economy is kind of crazy right now and all these other things. But opportunities are still out there. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason why that you can be successful just like anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Try your best to break the curse, because that's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's bondage. The project is bondage. You know what I'm saying? Like, you seeing all these things that are going on. Robbing, stealing, killing, drug dealing, drug using, prostitution, all these other things, and the powers that be don't want you to leave that situation. They want you to stay there. They want you to stay there. You know what I'm saying? And that's no life for anybody. It really isn't. You know what I'm saying? They started gentrifying Norfolk a couple years ago. They have been saying this for a long time, but they actually started tearing down some of the projects. Actually, I was raised in 2 projects when I was growing up, and the last one I moved into, they just tore that down about 2 years ago. And I'm telling you, like, on social media, some of the friends that I had up there, they were in a panic, because they really felt like they was going to be on the streets, because they were young like me, right? And the situation was that the older women, I think the senior citizens, like the ones that are 65 and over, they were going to get vouchers. So once it was time for them to get moved out, right, it was almost a guarantee they was going to have some type of housing. They got put on Section 8 and all these other programs to make sure that they weren't on the streets. But anybody that wasn't a senior citizen, it was like, we're going to give you a year to figure out what you're going to do. And if you can't figure out in a year, that's it. Like, it's getting torn down. Like, there's no getting around it. You have to leave. And I saw some of the women at the very last minute panic. And it was a sad situation. It's like, you had a year. But like I said, they couldn't get past this situation. They knew that they were going to be on the streets. They didn't do something within a year. They knew this. The city told them. Like, it's a wrap. It's going to happen. And it did happen. And unfortunately, I believe some of them did wind up being homeless. And it's a sad situation. So, like I said, Project Women don't want to be saved. This is just a generality. This is not like saying that every single Project Woman that I ever met in my life or that's out there right now has a mentality. But it's a real statement. It really is. And I put this video out there to kind of like, give a warning to men that are going to date Project Women. And I'm also giving this as a warning to Project Women that are watching this video. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm old school, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I believe in men taking care of women. I believe in, like, a woman being submissive to a man, and actually, if a man's going to come and save you, let him save you. Like, because the woman experience is different than a man. So, like, if a man is going to be good to you and going to treat you right, like, hey, let him do it. You know what I'm saying? Let him get you out of there. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't want that to happen for you, if you want to do things on your own, you can do things on your own. You know what I'm saying? Be independent. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But don't stay in the projects your whole life. There's more to life than the projects. Get the hell out of the projects. Like, seriously, get out of there. The city of Norfolk already told pretty much all these projects around there, like, it's a wrap. It's over. Like, they about to tear down some more. And once again, it's gonna be a lot of women out there that's living out there that's gonna be in panic mode, and it's absolutely crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, the projects don't got nothing for you but a whole bunch of heartache. There's more to life than being in the projects. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right, women, and let's get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are programs out there they can help you get out of there. It really is. So do your own research, and make sure that this is not a generational curse for yourself and for your children. All right. So if you want me to discuss a topic or a subject that you think is beneficial to the channel, email me at findingfitnessfolk@gmail.com. My email address is in the description below. Ace the OG. Sign out. I'm gone.